Hello friend, welcome to Bestest, where we sift through the noise so you don't have to. I'm Brian Hart.
I'm Karen McFarland-Holman.
And today I am going to talk about an amazing storytelling project that might make you look at the world a little bit differently.
And I'm going to be sharing some life-saving foods. Let's get to it.
My cool sheet is a storytelling project, and this is called 1000 Dreams. Now, 1000 Dreams seeks to change prevailing refugee narratives through a storytelling project that tells the story of 1000 refugees across Europe. 1000 Dreams is entirely authored by 40 refugee storytellers from diverse backgrounds living all over Europe. So refugees are often depicted as invading hordes threatening the European identity and placing unsustainable burdens on social services. Does that sound familiar to anybody in the US? Yes. Those that are more sympathetic to refugees, on the other hand, regularly represent them as helpless and hopeless victims. This is actually also bad, and that's something I need to work on, so this really caught my attention. Many overlooked and deplorable conditions of refugees that live in Europe. They're treated as second-class citizens, and they are subject to countries that now hosting them, and this can cause damaging and long-lasting impacts. So because of the limits of page space and airtime in the media, refugee stories often become stereotypes. One or a few stories are meant to represent many. And this is wrong. So they conducted these 1000 interviews entirely, like I said, by people with refugee backgrounds to amplify these voices of 1000 refugees and their story and how they're misunderstood and misrepresented in the world. So these right now on the website, there are 66 stories and counting. There's a beautiful picture of each person, and then once you click on that, it will take you to that main page of that person, and it will tell you where they currently live, and then where they are from, and then their story along with their dream, which is so beautiful. I love hearing these perspective of another country, how Europe is dealing with same kind of problems that we are, and this project is just so beautiful. 1000 Dreams.
Oh, this is so important right now, because there are refugees everywhere in the world.
Yes.
And they all have their own specific story. And my favorite part though was the dreams that they share, not just their story, which probably has a lot of tragedy, but hopefully also good parts to it as well, but also where they're looking in the future, what their dreams are. I love that.
Yeah, and you know, they leave it really open. So some people say what their dream used to be, and how it's been changed since they've been displaced, or how they're still trying to hang on to it, or how they lost it and now they found it. And some of them are super positive and beautiful. Like one is just to feel more safe. One person said that. One was to be a singer and musician, so very aspirational, kind of like a normal, you know, dream that anybody would have. And then one was very much the opposite of just to destroy everything that effed my life. So there's people that are angry, that are scared, that are fearful. It is a beautiful thing, because refugees do kind of, there's stereotypes about them. There's things that we just have assumptions, and I love having an actual voice from that person.
Yes, yes.
So important.
Yeah, and this sounds like a great way to honor them and everything they've gone through, because when you think about refugees, they are no longer able to live where they lived. Like, we are so privileged, we get to live
I know.
where
We don't
want.
even have, I have no like frame of reference for this kind of lifestyle. I mean, to try to live in that person's shoes is just unfathomable to me.
Yeah, so this is a way we can get one step closer, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you for sharing that.
Very welcome. Yeah.
Really important, and I can't wait to dive into it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you again.
Welcome.
All right, my cool sheet. I am going to be talking about something that is health related, and this is anti-inflammatory foods. This is something that I just learned recently, and that is your immune system becomes activated when your body recognizes anything that's foreign, such as an invading microbe, plant pollen, or chemical, and that this often triggers a natural process of inflammation. So these intermittent bouts of inflammation directed at truly threatening invaders, they protect your health. There is a reason that we have inflammation, and that is a good thing. That was the thing I learned. I was like, that's interesting. However, sometimes inflammation persists, and this is where there are problems. So this is when you have inflammation going day in, day out, and even if you are not threatened by a foreign invader, it persists. And that's when it can cause true lasting health problems, including major diseases like cancer, heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, depression, and Alzheimer's. All of those diseases have been linked to chronic inflammation. But there is a way to avoid chronic inflammation, according to many scientists, and this includes Dr. Frank Hu, who is a professor of nutrition and epidemiology at Harvard. In an article from Harvard Medical School, he reminds us that many experimental studies show that components of foods or beverages may have anti-inflammatory effects. So first, let's start with those foods to avoid. Foods that have been shown to play a role in inflammation include refined carbohydrates such as white bread and pastries, fried foods, anything high in sugar, including any kind of sweetened beverage, red meat and processed meat like hot dogs and sausage, and some fats. Not all of them, but some that include margarine, shortening, and lard. So let's now talk about the anti-inflammatory foods. These are the ones to focus on. And these include tomatoes, olive oil, green leafy vegetables like spinach, kale, collards, nuts like almonds and walnuts, fatty fish like salmon, fruits and vegetables, and especially those fruits that are high in antioxidants like blueberries. So many yummy foods are there that we should all eat. Anti-inflammatory foods.
Wow, I just had a little late lunch and I'm super hungry now though.
Well, good. The anti-inflammatory foods.
Well, and for dinner last night I had salmon, I had a green salad, I had tomatoes.
Beautiful.
Cooked in olive oil. Like I am
Yes.
really hitting it
Yes.
pretty good. That's not every day.
But I mean, but if that's just a natural
have a
go-to.
sweet tooth, for sure. That's my
man.
biggest downfall.
Yes, yes. If there's like cake or a cupcake at a, outing or something, I don't ever buy them or make them, but if I'm somewhere, I'm like, so
I
good.
try not to because, if I buy them, it's gone in a day usually, maybe two if I have self-control.
Yeah. But I went to this business conference it was a good 4 days, and all the food there was an anti-inflammatory diet.
Whoa, cool.
And
there's a lot of bad food in conventions and things like that.
Oh, for
it's like some of the worst usually.
For sure. But this was definitely all anti-inflammatory, and I was actually like, oh no, is it gonna be good? And it was so good.
Oh, cool.
All of it. All the meals were just like
great.
So.
Yeah, they need to have more things like that for sure. It's easier to do it at home, but it's harder when you're working a lot on the road, you're doing these things. So I hope that keeps happening. And who doesn't know someone, if it's not yourself, someone you know that is dealing with chronic inflammation for sure. Like it's a big, big problem.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so this is really good info, and I can't wait to dive more into the show notes.
Yeah, and the whole website, going to the website, there's so much more. I had 2 minutes, so I just gave those takeaways.
Yep.
But there's a lot more information there too.
Yeah, and you can find all this information on our show notes at 10bestest.com/1000. So that's 10bestest.com/1000. And that will take you right to those links, and you can dig in further.
Excellent.
And have some good food. Maybe some salmon or a salad. Yeah, love it. Thank you so much for joining us, friend. I'm Brian Hart.
I'm Karen McFarland-Holman.
And let us know in the comments if you checked out that website, who is your favorite profile?
And tell us in the comments, what's your favorite anti-inflammatory food?
If you're enjoying the show, please give us a like and share it with a friend.
Stay tuned tomorrow for another great show.
And don't forget to stay curious.